What a wonderful day to be heading to the marketplace. Such a peaceful city.
Indeed peaceful, without a single noise. Imagine this much civil order.
Your eyes and ears must be corrupted. Do you not see the uproar in sight? Peasants litter the street, and people shout so loud my eardrums cry.
My lord, maybe they're trying to get the government's attention. Come, let's take a closer look.
Why would you want to get yourself involved in such a drama? I'm sick of seeing everyone upset about the government. Do they not understand how much goes into it?
Maybe that is the case, but in other cases, the government makes the problems worse. I'm walking with Apothecary, and if you two ignorant men can desire, you can join us.
We'll come. I don't understand why they're protesting when they could make better use of their time.
Capulet, they clearly have a valid reason. Look at the sign. It says no dictatorship.
Last time I checked, Venezuela was a republic. These people are lying.
That could be the case, but if they think it's a dictatorship, that means...
The government clearly doesn't understand the people. They're making decisions against the people's will, and the people are clearly upset. Look at the children protesting too. Let's go help them.
Wait, we barely know what's going on, lady. Let us ask. I too am curious about the medicines.
If I hear you say a single thing about medicines, I'll personally send you back to Verona. Consider it a high privilege that you are even here right now, considering what you've done to my family.
Let's calm down. Look, they're shouting. Excuse me.
What is the reason for this violence? The civilians are mad because of inflation and violence. Problems they're causing themselves. Food shortages, humanitarian aid. They just need to work harder and complain less. I'll go make an announcement.
Who is allowing this? They should be banished for causing these uproars.
You can't just banish everyone for everything.
Or you could.
What petty fights. Oh! Look, she bumped into me and didn't even say sorry. This is the same attitude that Juliet gave me. I will not tolerate this.
Calm down, it's just a child. Oh my, this child looks so sickly. What must have happened? It breaks my heart to see such misfortune.
My lady, hundreds of children are suffering from malnutrition as well as many other diseases, such as malaria, measles, tuberculosis, and many others.
Why don't you sell some of your useless lethal potions and try to help these poor souls?
They aren't useless. Medicines and herbals aren't that easily available to people in this area with supply shortages, and the government did absolutely nothing when mortality rates and hunger and disease rates surged.
How do you even know anything? Why should we trust this peasant? It could very well be the people's fault. And Lady Montague, you should think twice about hearing from him. After all, he is to blame for your son.
My lord, don't bring up the past. Here, I have a file on medicines and from a degree in apothecary science. Look, NPR has mentioned in the recent release that over 42% of children are facing hunger in extensive amounts, especially poor areas. And the government has only continuously tolerated lack of medicinal aid. A large portion of the people have been forced to flee or unfortunately passed.
What lack of medicines causing deaths? These families. I can't imagine seeing your child dying in front of your eyes. Why aren't the hospitals doing anything?
Even though you didn't see your daughter die in front of your eyes, I can imagine you understand how it feels. As you saw your daughter's dead face twice.
Gentlemen, since we have no prior knowledge in this aspect, we must turn to the one with the most knowledge, the apothecary. Let him explain himself.
Thank you, my lady. Currently in Venezuela, hospitals are in dire need of supplies. As such, even patients seeking treatment need to buy medicines and supplies by themselves. But getting these medicines are hard, as many pharmacies don't have these medicines in supply.
What would happen if somehow these patients got supplies and medicine? Would they be able to get treatment?
My lady, it would be very difficult to get treatment because many of these operation rooms are unhygienic and unfit to use. Though there are some fit to use, there are few in number. As such, public hospitals have organized waiting lists for surgery, ranging all the way to 20,000. As you can imagine, many of these patients die while waiting for surgery.
Why isn't the government doing anything with so many people waiting for...
Well, the government is causing many of these healthcare problems. The Venezuelan government has lowered its spending in healthcare, as well as the government interfering with process of getting medicines through commercial pharmaceutical suppliers. Because of this dire healthcare crisis, many countries have offered humanitarian aid, but President Maduro has asked the Supreme Court to block a law by the opposition-led National Assembly that would have facilitated international humanitarian aid and authorized the shipment of medicines from abroad. This makes providing humanitarian relief harder.
Though I may sympathize with the families affected by this healthcare crisis, you have to consider that the government is already trying to do what it can help to help. Isn't that right, Prince?
Of course, the government has done several things to help improve the situation in Venezuela, such as President Maduro allowing the International Federation of the Red Cross and Red Crescent to enter the country with medical supplies for about 650,000 people.
If the government is doing something to help this crisis, why are people protesting right this moment?
Here, I have a file from the Lancet. Civilians are mad because of the government, and specifically Nicolas Maduro recognizes the problem, but doesn't target them. The real root of the problem is Maduro allows 80% of hospitals to function without water.
But though the president has allowed some humanitarian efforts into the country, the crisis is clearly at large.
Though it is true that children seem malnourished, it can't be that bad if adults still have enough energy to protest.
Let me guess, Apothecary. Did people leave the country? Flee, possibly?
Don't look at me. These people chose to leave. Your son was forced to since he quite literally murdered a person.
But the government is basically murdering people by allowing the crisis to go on for this long, and I don't see them getting banished.
Exactly, which is why people are leaving. Over 6 million refugees have sought a better life in asylums or other neighboring countries, which just shows the extent of problems in Venezuela. Did you people not do your research before coming on this vacation?
Apothecary, you are by far the only person who has files on the hand at any given moment. But I do understand that the government may be to blame for the problems these people face. It's not right for medicinal aid to be embezzled or corrupted. It clearly has cost so many people their lives. It does make sense how people would feel that other countries are safer and healthier than them. Maybe your protests are justified to an extent.
The impact of a bad healthcare system is truly a grave concern, and I understand that you lost Juliet due to the impact of improperly administered medicine.
No, rather she ingested a potion to fake her death. The fact is, I had to experience her passing not once, but twice. It's even worse that you lost Romeo due to his perception of Juliet's death. Their true love was truly something.
Yes, but it cost them their life.
Wait, so you're blaming their love for their deaths, not the government? That sounds about accurate. I mean, maybe Maduro's regime has taken the lives of many. Is it Apothecary? Is Apothecary's fault your kids died?
Hey, last time I checked, no one was blaming me except you. And this isn't a blame game. It's quite literally a matter of life and death.
If the government remains uninvolved in the citizens' lives, it would only exacerbate the situation. That's why they interfered. Clearly, the civilian dissatisfaction has caused their doom.
You can say that, but then would the tensions in Verona have been resolved with your involvement? I don't think so.
He's right. Your interference only exacerbated the relationship between our two families. What were you thinking, sending Romeo out like that?
Let's calm down. Escalus just wanted peace and quiet. But I agree that it could have been executed better. It's imperative that a governing body understands the impact on the citizens, both positive and negative.
Of course, it is true that I could have executed my role better, but I had no idea about Romeo and Juliet's love. Otherwise, I would have changed several things I implemented. And since we reached an agreement, let's go join the protest and support the protesters in their cause.